Hello, my name is Len Marcelino, and I'll be your rap facilitator for this morning. Currently, I am a certified recovery peer specialist, and I am also the recovery specialist for Northwest Florida Health Network. That is the managing entity for Circuit 14, and our focus is on mental health and substance use. Hey, listen. You all have picked a fantastic class, a fantastic rap class to be a part of. Rap can be used and it can be tailored in many different applications over many different types of people and over many different circumstances that we shall all face, one day, more times than not, that we will face certain life circumstances and situations that rap will be able to come in handy as well. Rap is a plan that can be used by everybody in many different situations and circumstances. It also helps people to feel better and improve overall quality of life. Each key concept or each segment of rap, it really can stand alone on its own, because each concept by itself is powerful and very impactful, and also again that it can stand alone. However, when we look at rap as a whole, when we look at it from a bird's eye point of view, we can begin to understand why it was created and the thoughts behind why it was created, and also why everything works together and is even more powerful than that. Rap also can be tailored to everyone's specific needs and to everyone's specific crisis. Everyone will go through crisis and experience crisis, but everyone's crisis is different. No one has the same type crisis with all the elements are the same. So this rap plan, this wellness recovery action plan, can be tailored to many different people's lives and many different crises, and can be able to assist and to help people get through a crisis, right? Also, a secondary and tertiary thing that rap will cause you to do, it'll cause you to spend some time with yourself. Rap will cause you to spend some time with who you are, and cause you to think about some questions that you have to answer as far as being wanting to produce your own rap plan. So what can you expect today? That's a great question. In today's class, over the next couple days, we'll talk about the 5 key concepts of rap. We'll talk about what a wellness toolbox is. We'll talk about your daily maintenance plans. We'll talk about stressors along with action plans for those stressors. We'll talk about early warning signs and also action plans to go along with those, to counteract those warning signs. We'll talk about what does it look like, when we're well. We'll talk about what does it look like when things are breaking down. And we'll also talk about what a crisis plan is and the different steps or the different parts of that crisis plan. And we also get into talking about the post-crisis plan, and then also what happens or what does it look like after the crisis is over, right? One thing about that I love about rap, when I read it, it says that there are no limits to wellness and recovery. That's the way that we approach everyone in that situation. When you are involved in what a rap plan is, there's no limits to your wellness and to your recovery. And also, being a facilitator, we also look at people and we give them positive regard, unlimited positive regard as well. So no limits to your wellness, no limits to your recovery. Well, so what is wellness? Wellness is having a purpose in life, being actively involved in satisfying work and play, being part of joyful relationships, and having a healthy body and living environment, and experiencing happiness. Wellness doesn't necessarily imply the absence of physical illness or impairment, or the lack of a behavioral health diagnosis. However, anyone can experience wellness within their current life circumstances. Wellness is something that I like to say is that is the ability to love, laugh, and to live, right? We exercise, we body build, we run, we jog. We want to focus on our physical health, but then also there are things that happen sometimes that forces us to focus on our mental health as well. So RAP looks at it from a holistic point of view. It causes us to be able to kind of check ourselves, and then also to understand that our mental health is tied to our physical health, and also that our physical health is tied to our mental health as well. So when we talk about recovery is a process of change. See, just those first few words in recovery, it's a process. It's a process that we go through step by step by step. The process is, right? It's a process of change, and it helps us to improve our health and our wellness. It calls us to live a self-directed life, and we work to meet our full potential in all the different areas of our life. Recovery, I also like to say, is perceivable, is possible, is probable, it's achievable. If you believe it, you can receive it, and you can live in recovery, and you can have your wellness intact and live in recovery as well. So now let's kind of start getting into the actual, we've kind of laid the foundation and kind of laid a little groundwork. So let's get into what makes RAP, or what makes a wellness recovery action plan a RAP plan. So we talked about that we'll talk about the 5 key concepts of RAP. So now let's get into the 5 key concepts of RAP. The first key concept of RAP is hope. We all experience some sort of life and some sort of health difficulties, right? We all go through problems. We all go through circumstances. We all go through situations, some addictions, some loss, some aging, but we can all get help, and we can all stay well, and we can all get well. All right, we go on to feel alive, and we can also achieve our dreams and our goals. We have to have hope. So hope is the first one, and these are listed in this order because this is the order that the entire concept or the entire RAP was founded and crafted around. That these fall in this order, right? Even though they can all work non-linear or not step by step, but here and for this purpose, these are the 5 key concepts, and they are in order. So the first one was hope. The second one is personal responsibility. In other words, it's up to you to act and to do what needs to be done to keep yourself well. It is also up to you to ask others for help when you need it and when you want it. In other words, you have to take responsibility for what happens in your life and not give someone else the power to dictate how you feel and what you go through and how you react to different situations and circumstances. The third key concept is education. Learning all that you can learn about what you're experiencing helps you make great decisions about all the aspects of your life. Education can come from many different things. It's said that a smart man learns from his own mistakes, but it's also said that a wise man learns from others' mistakes. So if you can watch someone else's life and see where they went wrong so that you won't make the same mistakes, then that's an education as well. The fourth key concept is self-advocacy, which is effectively reaching out to others and expressing your needs to get what you need and to get what you want and what you deserve. You deserve the support for your wellness and your recovery. Being able to stand up for yourself, fight for what it is that you need so that you can get well, become well, and stay well also. The fifth key concept is support. Although working towards your wellness is up to you, right? But receiving support from others and also giving support to others will help you feel better and enhance the quality of your life. Those were the 5 key concepts of RAP. So now the first step in developing your RAP plan is building your wellness toolbox. And basically your wellness toolbox is a list of things that make you feel well, or they are called wellness tools. Most are simple, safe, and they are free. These are the things that you need to keep yourself well. It's personal, right? So again, it's not what someone else needs, but what you need so that you can be well is these list of things that will go into your wellness toolbox. So these are your wellness tools. A few of them may be make your bed up every day. That might help you feel well. Go to 12-step meetings. That might help you feel well. To get massages, read scripture, prayer, meditation, exercise, listening to motivational speeches, personal development, going after your goals, right? So those are some wellness tools that can go into your toolbox to help you feel well. The next part is a daily plan. First, we put together your toolbox. And now for your daily plan, which is a simple plan that meets those tools and puts those tools into action. Your daily plan is made up of 3 lists, right? The first list is what I look like on my best day or when I'm feeling well, right? Your next list are things that I need to do every day so that I can stay well. Your third list is things that I might choose to do or additional things that I can do anytime to stay well. You remember back in the introduction, I said that also a secondary, tertiary thing that rap will cause you to do, it'll cause you to spend time with yourself to answer some questions that you may not really have the answer to, kind of, sort of. But if you want to develop your rap plan, you got to be able to answer these 3 questions and develop these 3 lists so that you can produce and create your own rap plan. So what I look like when I'm well. When everything is going well, when everything is going great, right? When everything is happening good, I'm creative, driven, productive, talkative, helpful, cheerful, hopeful. Those are some things that you may be able to add in your rap plan is when you look or when you feel well. Some things that you need to do to stay well. Right? Some of those things, your daily maintenance, you may need to clean up your office. You may need to exercise every day. You may need to work on your goals every day. When you see someone that has mastered their craft, they spend some time on it every day. There's a saying that is a cinch by the inch, but it's hard by the yard. So in other words, if you just work on that plan daily and work on it a little bit every day, then you can begin to know what it is that you look like and know what your daily maintenance plan can look like as well. So these are some things that you may need to do every day. Some things that you may need to choose to do or additional things that you can do anytime to stay well may include reading a book, exercising, journaling, get more sleep, watch a movie, listen to music. Once you make your list, try it out, see if it fits. If it fits, that's great. If it doesn't fit, you are allowed to change it. You are allowed to update it. Why? Because it's yours, it is personal, and it belongs to you. So now let's talk a little bit about stressors. Stressors are things that may bring up uncomfortable or distressing feelings or may make an existing situation worse. Stresses are internal things that we feel that may cause us to become unwell or lose some of our wellness. So stressors may include some anniversary dates of some things that happened here, down here in Panama City, in the Panama City, Florida area. We went through Hurricane Michael. That's been about 3 years ago. So the people that are here, it was a very traumatic situation that we lived through. So around that anniversary date, there may be people that experience that stress because they have lost their homes. They went through a terrible storm. They lost everything that they had, and they're trying to rebuild their lives. So a stressor could be an anniversary date of someone that passed, or you have feelings of anxiety, news, movies, different smells, relationships, pictures. All those could be stressors that cause you to become just a little unwell. The action plan to go along or to counteract those stressors may simply be that you may find that using your wellness tools in a structured way, it may help you respond to difficult life events instead of reacting on impulse, right? One wellness to that is that many people find helpful is a reality check. A reality check is checking in on what's really going on. And you can help to talk to yourself through, or you can help talk yourself through your initial gut reaction. If you take a moment, have that reality check and see exactly what it is that you won't just react on your gut reactions, right? Also, you can take a few deep breaths, breathing. You can read a book. You can play positive music. Or you can even find you something good to eat. You can do some painting, some smiling, right? Or even some sleep, or go to a support group, right? So those are some things that you can do to counteract what those stressors may be. So now let's talk a little bit about early warning signs. Early warning signs are the changes in the way that you think or that you feel. They may seem to come out of the blue. They may be unrelated to the specific events or experiences or stressors. But as soon as you notice one, you may notice another, and then there's a couple more. Early warning signs. So let's define early warning signs. Early warning signs are signals that you may need to act on to keep little things from turning into big things. So that's another one of the areas that we kind of talked about, that you would have to kind of know yourself and kind of spend some time with yourself so that you can begin to identify these early warning signs. Some of the early warning signs may include that you are irritable. You want to get high again. You're racing or you have negative thoughts, right? Now the action plan to come against some of those early warning signs may include breathing, or getting out of that situation, or meditate, or pray, or slow down. There's one of my colleagues that says that she sometimes has to get a good cry, right? So that's another part of your action plan that you can implement when you begin to see things that your early warning signs. So when things are breaking down, even when you've been making your best effort to stay well, things can get a lot worse. Some people call this a breakdown or a setback, a relapse, or even maybe sometimes a return to use. So this situation, right, is gradual or sudden. You begin isolating yourself, fighting, self-injury, screaming, right? The action plan to that: meditate, pray, exercise, take a break, right? So now what we want to do is that we want to talk a little bit about that when the breakdown is over. No, let's move into the crisis planning. We'll look at the crisis plan. We really don't ever want to have to use a crisis plan, but 9 times out of 10, there is a chance that we will have to implement our crisis plan. So some possible crises that we may face: having no money, feeling endangered, a return to use, or being in an unfixable situation. Some of those may be crises in different people's lives. So a crisis plan has many different parts. The first part of the crisis plan talks about what it looks like when I'm well. You can go back to your tools. I'm creative, I'm talkative, I'm energetic. That's what I look like when I'm well. The next one is signs that I may need my supporters to take over. Now, these are the things that when, things are beginning to break down and you begin to have these early warning signs, then you need to reach out to your supporters, or your supporters know that at that point, they need to come in and step in to help you through this crisis. So the supporters, when we're talking about RAP, is 5 supporters, because you don't want to have just one supporter or 2 supporters, and then you may kind of wear them out when you go through a crisis. So the recommended number here is 5. You can have more, but the recommended number when it comes to RAP is 5 supporters. Next, it also talks about the people that you don't want involved with your care and while you are going through your crisis. Because some people, they may mean good, they may mean well, but they just don't help in those situations. Another part of your crisis plan is that what it takes to help you get back to normal, what it takes to help you get back to being well. The next part is to say that what are some of the things that you don't need to do, that you shouldn't do or shouldn't be done around you while you are trying to maintain or get back to you being well. The next part is, these are some of the things that will help me to become well once I'm coming out to the end of the crisis. These are the things that will help me to become well, right? And then The last part is that these are signs that will be able to tell my supporters that I'm safe, I'm back in a good place, my crisis plan, it has worked, and now I want to inactivate my crisis plan. And this is what that looks like. So then we'll get into what a post-crisis plan is, which is nothing more than a step-by-step plan for taking back the responsibility that you have for your life and for your obligations, cleaning up any messes that may have resulted from your crisis, and making any needed amends, thanking the people that helped you and supported you while you were going through your crisis, right? A couple questions that you can ask at the end of your crisis is, this is what I look like when I'm out of the crisis, that I'm ready to use my post-crisis plan. What choices did I make? And what are some of the things that I did that contributed to the crisis? What did I learn from this crisis? What are the changes that I can make in my lifestyle and my life goals? So, when you're coming out of the crisis, this is what you want to be able to go back, pull this information, update your crisis plan, update your wrap, update your wellness and recovery action plan so that you can continue to be well, so that you can continue to be in your recovery, and so that you can continue to walk in your purpose and to walk in your dreams and to fulfill everything that you have been created to do. So today, again, we talked about the 5 key concepts of WRAP. We talked about the wellness toolbox. We talked about daily maintenance plans and stressors, and action plans. We talked about early warning signs, action plans for those. And then when things are breaking down, we talked about your crisis plan. We talked about the different parts of your crisis plan, post-crisis plan, and after your crisis is over. And again, I want to close with, there is no limits to wellness and recovery. Hey, listen, thank you for being here for these couple of days to talk about and to learn about what WRAP is. So go forth, be well, and enact, when you need to, your wellness recovery action plan. Thank you, and may you continue to be well. May you continue to be in recovery. Thank you.